begin to think, most situations in life begin like this. Because we are not sure. We have not understood. We don't know. We don't know what the other person might say, what the other person might do. And so we, in our own mind, prepare a situation or prepare a few situations and say, okay, if it's like this, I'll be like this. If it's like this, I'll be like this. If it's like this, I'll be like this. And not allowing that that's what the situation will be. And however it is, accepting that, I will allow it to unfold. So that, first of all, takes us to a place of acceptance of self. Life is how it is, and that's how it shall unfold. Instead of getting the mind to a state where it's so worked out. So therefore we try and make it what it is not. And thus, basically what it does is it takes away that state of peace, the state of equanimity, the state of one-pointedness. And when we think of anybody we call a wise person, we call a sage, and we think of what is it that he does? He simply lives present in the state of experience, in the now, and allows life to just unfold and move on. Some years ago, somebody sent me an email. A person is sitting on his own veranda, and he sees a moth trying to come out of a cocoon. As he's sitting there, he sees this thing putting great effort to come out. And he thought to himself, I can help this happen quickly and easily. So he goes inside, he brings a pair of scissors, cuts open the cocoon, and he finds that it's an undeveloped butterfly that he has just brought death to. Because the effort it would have put forth to come out would have developed its wings, and the juices, etc. would have flown to the right places in the body. But in his own haste, he had not allowed nature to do what it does. So in the same way, our own minds, instead of simply allowing nature to unfold, to manifest, and know that everything has its own time, and in its own time, it will manifest. But the human mind thinks, I am here now, I would like it now, it should happen now, because I am here now. I asked Naveen, I said, how was your experience? He said, I fell down a couple of times. And then I did stand up. So if anybody tells us, no, I never fell down, I always stood up, we know that that person is lying. A child wants to walk, the parent gives a finger. Even though the parent has given the finger, yet sometimes the child still falls down only to stand up again. So in the same way, as we go through on the path of life, it unfolds, it manifests. What the sages want us to know and learn is to constantly make the effort, yet remain centered, focused, and hold that state of joy, of bliss with us as we go along each step. Because the bliss doesn't come from anywhere else. It is not given by anybody else, but it is there inside, within ourselves. So when Swami Chinmayananda tells us, spend time in your own company, he's inviting us to take a look at the world within myself. Just as we take interest in looking at the world outside, take a look at what happens or what is happening within. And then learn to enjoy one's own company. And when we begin to learn to enjoy our own company, the joy begins to show on our face. It begins to show in activities that we do. We find and we feel and we see that he or she is happy doing whatever he or she is doing. And so we think that the person has found that which he wants to do which will make him happy. But the truth is, the person actually is happy and therefore is happy doing whatever he is doing. We think that I must find that which will make me happy. Yet, when I have found the happiness within myself, then no matter where I go, what I do, I am happy. The shift really, again, is in our own thinking, in our own process of the mind. And to me, when they say you talk about sadhana, spiritual practice, the mind thinks, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to. But a very simple shift in our own mind, enjoy your own company. I think if we could simply do that much, then living blissfully comes naturally. Because slowly we are able to learn, first of all, to laugh at the game of our own mind. Rather than get caught in its game, which is what we do like Nasruddin. My brother will not know that. He will have a reason, he will have an excuse. And so we get caught in it. But the sooner we see that it is my own mind playing its own game and I am caught in the game of my own mind. How often can you laugh at that game the mind plays and say to yourself, ha, caught you. Everybody's seriously thinking. Because none of us wants to think that I am caught in the game of my own mind. No way. One of the greatest teachings, the sages tell us, do not be the slave of the mind, let the mind be